It's day 5 at the FISE World Series stop here in the south of France in the beautiful city of Montpellier. We're getting ready for another live stream event. This time we're here for the BMX Street Pro Man Finals. My name is Egon Temmermans and I'm still here by the bike savior on the park, Dustin Oram.
Blessing to be here with you. This is gonna be a real treat.
So Dustin, yesterday evening we had the Spine Ramp Finals. Today we're getting ready for the BMX Street competition. Now, this is gonna be way different than what we saw last night, right? So it's no Spine Ramp, this is more of a Hurricane Park's street park.
Yeah, so rad, and they've definitely put together a cool park. Excited to see these athletes use the feature. We had to narrow it down from 56 riders to these top 8. You see the socials right there, you know what to do with those. But yeah, we got the top 8 riders, and it was some close competition to get to this point right here.
We were at the qualifications yesterday morning as well, and the riders were throwing it down. So boiling it down from 56 to 8, they're gonna ride this park. So we got the doorway ramp.
It's super steep transition. It's been fun. You see if some guys go up to the top of that.
Some riders even dropping from the top of that ramp straight to flat ground.
Yeah, and they were jumping, manualing it, so you're gonna get to see some cool usage of that. And then right here, we got the pyramid with a whole array of options. You got the A-frame on the far side of it, you got the rainbow rail, and a classic bench.
We've been seeing a lot of action on that rainbow rail. I think it's my favorite feature of this park so far.
And then we got the rail section right here, a couple down rails. See a little Euro drop as well. And where it's painted on top, that's flat. They have some different things that they've been doing with that. And then, yeah, get ready to see what these guys have. And we have the park bench on the far side of it as well.
So they're trying to have some actual street architecture onto the park as well. We have the Jersey barrier with a ramp in front. So riders have been grinding that Jersey barrier. They've been manualing it, nose manualing it. We got the trailer.
Yeah, you got to mention the trailer in the middle right there. And very fun, and you're gapping onto it, gapping off into the wedge as well.
Now, this competition format is going to be a bit more different than what we've seen in our competitions. So we're going to have one heat of 8 riders. They have 2 runs of 40 seconds. And we're also throwing in the best tricks, because those best trick attempts, one of them, so your highest scoring one, is going to count towards your total score.
And it's awesome. It really allows these riders to authentically represent street, as a lot of times you'll have one feature that you're working on or a link and you're trying to get one big trick on it as you go out street riding and do that.
And just as in the park competition and the Spine Ramp competition, we'll have different judging criteria. So it's going to be about the height and flow, use of the course, having as much of that street style as possible, and throwing as many tricks as possible. And of course, a lot of tricks with the high risk, high reward. In the upper left hand, we have our judging panel. So that's Fred Murray. You might know him from BMX Media, Dick BMX. Next to him is the French Nicolas Badet. And just joining them is Marcus Wilke from the German media outlet Freedom BMX.
And those are some legit judges to have on the board. They definitely know their street riding, and they're going to be able to watch all the technical aspects of what these riders bring. You'll see feet switching up, spinning different rotations, and those guys are equipped to be able to navigate through all that and judge them accurately.
So this was yesterday at the qualifications. Keep in mind, that was 56 riders. That's Joe Jarvis.
Yeah, the qualification, it was such heavy riding to get to these top 8.
And every rider bringing some unique assets to this course, using it in different ways, even fast planning a pyramid. And we're going live to the course.
Without a doubt is the FISE. We've made it to the final day. We've seen some incredible BMX all week long. We're ending things with the BMX Street Finals. Let's meet our riders. Representing Colt Bicycles, Alex Kennedy.
Silver medal from last year.
Representing Fly Bicycles, Courage Adams.
2 times gold medalist at FISE World Montpellier.
Representing Nicaragua, Eduardo Rodriguez.
He was throwing some hammers in qualification.
He might surprise us.
Riding for BSD Bicycles from the USA, Reed Stark.
Has some super fast lines through the park.
Had the sickest qualification run.
Representing Sub Rosa Bicycles from Lowell, Massachusetts, USA, Matt Ray.
Just rides with so much power.
Representing Colombia, John Quintero Hernandez.
We've seen Colombians in every BMX final so far.
Representing Germany, We the People Bikes, his first FISE. Make some noise for Felix Brandenburg.
So stoked to have him out here, part of this.
And your #1 qualifier, another first-timer to the FISE, repping Monster and We the People, Jordan Godwin.
Your Nora Cup winner, Street Rider of the Year last year in 2023.
He's your finalist, Montpellier, who's ready for some BMX? Let's do it.
What a lineup we have. It's going to be a treat. Again, with Felix and Jordan, really be watching their feet because they'll do a lot of switch-footed tricks, which is, it's going to be crazy as we watch it. So give us some grace as we try to announce it and stay on top of it, but it's going to be awesome.
Now I'm surprised because Courage only qualified in a 7th spot actually in qualifications, but he has 2 gold medals in FISE Street already. So did he hold back in qualification?
I think all these riders, they got more in the tank for the finals right here. Just watching them again in qualification and getting to talk with them before the event. They all have a few things in store that they did not reveal in the qualification. So I know we're gonna see some more. And he is known for putting together some crazy links as well, where he is going from front to back tire over different ramps. And so he is putting an entire run together on one wheel, which is incredible to watch also.
So we're gonna have another look at this starting roster. So it's gonna be the 8 of them riding after each other. So there's one big group of heavy hitters on this street course, and they're gonna have their 2 shots in a best run and then 3 more tries in a best trick that is gonna count towards their total. Now, I've done the skateboard competition as well, and what I saw is that the leaderboard completely flipped after the best runs. So the tricks can do a lot to your overall score.
Yeah, it's such a cool component. Really stoked that they're bringing this format into the competition, again, to allow these riders to really showcase their riding and their abilities on the different features. And again, if you enjoy the riding here, all these riders have some insane edits or full-length video parts that are definitely worth watching. Reed just dropped an awesome video part. Courage has a crazy balance line that he put together. And then the Monster Energy Freak is an unreal video as well. And AK, again, has countless edits and full-length parts for his company, Colt, that he rides for.
Now, Alex had that 2nd spot last year here in Montpellier. Can he do better? Will this year be the year that Alex Kennedy gets the gold medal in BMX Street? We're about to find out. Getting ready here on the Hurricane Parks.
And we are going live to the world.
And you hear Catfish getting the crowd stoked. It's awesome. Everyone just lines up on that bank and brings the hype for these riders. And here we go, getting into this first run. Alex in coming across the course. Love it, big T-Bog, showing he can get in the air as well. Cap to double peg on the wedge to wedge, and then there you go, jumping up to the top of the doorway, X up in. Coming back across the course on the Samsung bank. Yo, fast plant to tire slide on the Jersey barrier. Yes, AK. Nollie tooth hanger over the pyramid. Wow, solid first run for AK. What? Feeble drop feeble. I was loving that in qualification. Yes, at the buzzer.
He's been bringing some unique tricks that you wouldn't expect in a street competitions. He's doing T-bog airs, he's doing X-ups. That's something you would expect on a park, but it is street. So you can throw in any trick you want and display your creativity.
And that was so cool, that fast plant to tire slide. I don't know if he was able to get his peg on the top of that. We'll see in some of these replays if we can get a closer look at that. Nose manual over that box. And there you go, Nollie tooth hanger.
Bit of that Brian Kaczynski style.
Check this out, feeble, drop feeble down. I love the creativity and the course use with that. 180 crook, half cab out.
Like just a crook grind is impressive, but doing it backwards
up rail
and
too.
locking in. And that's a difficult thing about a crook grind. You're doing it on your left backpack and your right front back, or the other way around. Having your bike crooked over the rail. We're waiting for the score to come in.
There you go, score coming in, 82.33. It's got to feel good to get a solid run.
That's a very good first impression by Alex Kennedy, the vice champion of last year.
Let's go, Courage. He's got so much style to everything he does. And here we go, dropping in for his first run. Coming across the course. Cab bar ice down that rail, and check this out, balancing on that front tire. Trucking over the pyramid rail. Nollie pegs 180, getting the half cab, keeping it going. Yes, Courage. Airing the Jersey barrier right there. Coming at the trailer. Wow. Yes, Courage.
Still 10 more seconds on the clock for Courage Adams.
Yo, jumping up onto that barrier. That's a solid bunny hop right there. Bar Manuel keeping it going. To 3, let's go at the buzzer. Yes, Courage. What a way to cap the runoff.
Has the best balance on both his front and back wheel, and he keeps it going.
Still going. Wow.
Doing it for the Montpellier crowd. Going fast. That was a fast run. Like, he kept that speed up. He was hitting every obstacle on his front
just
wheel, back
40
wheel.
seconds go through it like that. But let's check out some of these replays. Wow. That is a good size gap onto that rail. Again, balancing nosy right there.
Humping the handlebars for that balance. I love some high-speed ice pick grinds. But it's crazy because he's throwing his bars, he has to catch him and then lock into that grind on his backpack, the ice pick grind.
And that after Peg's oppo whip, kicking it with his front foot.
So if we're talking about opposite, it means they're doing a trick in the way that is opposite for them, which makes it even harder. It's like if you're right-handed, it's trying to ride with your left hand. And he scores a 92.
Heavy first run for Courage right there. He was locked in and making it happen and had more in the tank, as we saw after the buzzer. But right now we're going to take it over to Eduardo. He had some really solid riding in qualifications. Let's see what he brings to it. Tooth pegs, bar. Wow, tooth over pegs the bar.
Opposite whip, kicking it with that front foot.
Double truck driver out of the trailer, throwing the bars 2 times around right there. Tooth hanger coming down that rail into the bench. Bar spin Smith, little nosy off of it.
Wow! Double packs, tail whip out. Even using the opposite end of his bike.
Wow! 180 double bar.
I thought he was going to hit his front pack coming back in. So we're going to see, I think in replay, he did a couple of opposite tricks. So he did the opposite whip, pushing the bike away with his front foot. We've seen an opposite 360 spinning towards your front foot, which is a bit more difficult because you got less leverage.
And that was crazy.
3 crazy tricks in one. Started things off like that. Awesome switch whip right to the pedals.
Wow.
360 and a 2 bar spins, a double truck driver is what we call that.
This was fun to watch. He was super in control the whole time. Bar spin, Smith.
And that's that opposite double packs to tail whip out.
Tail whips in both directions for the man from Nicaragua. And then a quick
Squeezing that in right at the buzzer. So close to that rail, as you were saying.
I mean, it's a narrow setup as well, so when you're landing in a fakie or turning out of a fakie, like, you gotta keep in mind that there's a lot of obstacles on the course that you don't want to run into.
Score coming in, 80.33. Again, stoked to get a run under his belt.
That puts him up in the 3rd place.
Now our next rider in qualifications, he went all in. He rode so hard, he got sick after his qualification runs. It's Reed Stark from the USA.
Love that start, the disaster popping over that Jersey barrier. And then check that out, tooth with the front left and then icing with his right back. Yes, Reed.
One of the fastest riders on this course. Fast land. Look at him, he keeps on pedaling, get one's at speed, high speed.
I love that so much. That's one of the things I love to watch. Seeing the course, like, that's something I want to do. And then seeing him doing that gap over ice. Yes, Reed.
Still got 10 more seconds, he keeps on pedaling. Yes, high speed, hop over to ice pick. And he's using both sides of his bike to grind on. Double pack to toothpick. And time for Reed Stark. And he's been doing 2 jobs here at FISE Montpellier, so he's both riding and DJing. Yesterday in qualifications, after his run, he just took over the DJ booth, started spinning some tunes. Look at that, quick little tire slide.
And then this line right here, I love it, gapping into that bank. Some of the best course use. Such a solid gap, you barely have enough time on there to get set up and then just roasting into that bank.
Like, as soon as that back wheel landed on the Jersey barrier, you had to pull up again to hit the bank.
Gap over ice. Yes, Reed. And it is fun getting to see him get up there on the DJ booth and bring the tunes for the riders as they were going through their qualification.
And he had a pretty good song selection as well. And a bit of hip hop, bit of dubstep. I even think he's DJing one of the FISE after parties. Mixing it up in the DJ booth and on the park.
Yeah, it's such a cool start to his line, starting with that disaster on the back of the Jersey barrier and popping into it. And the score coming in, 84.66, putting him into 2nd at the moment.
And up to his fellow American, Matt Ray.
Again, Matt is such a powerful rider, so much pop in everything that he does.
My daughter.
Yeah, shout out to his daughter right there.
Both a dad and a professional BMX street rider. Matt Ray getting ready to drop in here at FISE World Montpellier.
All around good guy. Matt getting the cameras in the right place. Check that out. 270 foot jam to start it out. Wow, switch whip over the wedge-to-wedge pyramid. 540 bar spin. Dabbing the foot, but keeping it rolling. Check that out. Nosy over the barrier. Matt keeping it going out of the trailer. Pegs bar spin.
He's gonna call it right there. Hands together for Matt. Ready, guys?
He's gonna call his run. Maybe something didn't go the way he intended to, so he's gonna save the energy for his second run. Because still, it's the best run that counts.
And instead of wasting his energy, he knew that this was gonna be a throwaway run.
So here's that unique way of dropping in with a 270 foot jam, jamming his foot in between his fork and his tire.
Dabbing the foot on the 540 bar right there, and I think that's what threw him off. He wanted to land that clean, dabbing the foot. He was still rolling and had some momentum going, but just, again, saving some energy, getting ready for his next run, and then he's still got those 3 best trick attempts as well.
So that one doesn't even matter. Run number 2.
But yeah, that start into that back quarter, those quarters are steep, kind of more like you were in the shallow end of a swimming pool. Real steep, quick transition over there. Can't tell how much you can notice on the feed, but as you ride the course, you really feel the quickness of those back quarters.
Run 2.
Yeah, you can hear him. Run 2 for Matt Ray. That's gonna be the redemption run.
All right, we're going over to Colombia. John Steven Quintero Hernandez. He's hyped, feeling the love from the crowd.
We've seen Colombians in park, in spine ramp, and now here in street.
Starting off with the whip over the wedge-to-wedge.
Oh, look back.
Again, showing his ability to get in the air as well.
We don't see that often in a street competition, to look back, and he's here with the double pegs to downside tail whip.
Yeah, switch whip right there. On the barrier, what? Wow.
That looked even more impressive with the fisheye lens filming it. So he tried jumping onto the Jersey barrier. What? Was that a decade?
Decade 3 down whip. That looked like a decade right there.
Tell the TV people to put that one in the replays, please. Put that in the replays.
I gotta see it in the replay again as well. Because the difference between a decade and a 360 down whip can be slightly different depending on
Fully
the axis
clicked
you're
right
spinning
there.
around. So let's see.
Johnny Hernandez.
It's a bar spin.
I also like the fact that that look back was over click.
Wow.
Beautiful. Pegs
Double
up,
peg,
switch whip.
pushing with the opposite foot, and
Downside whip off the Jersey barrier. We're not going to get the decade.
Wow.
I think he even did an opposite downside whip. I think he was pushing with his front foot.
Incredible riding. All
Yeah.
weekend long here at the street course. About 2 hours ago, we had the
I mean, a tail whip, that's hard.
final.
The downside tail whip, even harder. Doing a downside tail whip with your front foot,
I want to see him come back and get that in his second run. Score coming in 62.33. So you know he wants to clean that up and get that off of the barrier, or see if he mixes his run up a little bit and comes back for that in his best trick portion.
from Germany, it's Felix Prangenberg. 2 weeks, he's throwing his own BMX and hardcore festival. First time at FISE World Montpellier.
What? 540 over the pyramid rail. Yes. 180.
Hanger 180.
Yo,
360 tooth bomb.
that is insane. 360 tooth bomb.
Fast night 360. 540 cap, doing a backwards 540, that is insane. Felix keeps it going. Another 540, super high on that bank. Nollie, bar spin, feeble 180, Almost going through the
We're
doorway.
switching up on that feeble. That was switch-footed. Nollie 3. 180 bar, cabin up. Yes, Felix. Wow.
And
Wow.
that's a peculiar thing with Felix. So he'll switch up his feet during a run to perform some of his tricks. So if you can do tricks with your left foot front, left foot forward, or your right foot forward, both ways, that is a true display of bike control.
What a way to start the run. 540 over the A-frame rail. Landing it clean. Over tooth hanger 180 right there. 360 tooth coming into the bank on that park bench.
Quick 180.
Nollie cab off. Little nollie bar right there. And then again, switching the feet in the feeble. Wow.
Well, look how he dips at 540. Pushing his bike into the ramp again. And that's quite a high ledge that he jumped on.
Dialed first run to get under the belt right there.
Tough job for the judges. Look at them discussing their scores before they put it into the computer to get it transmitted to the leaderboard.
All eyes are on the screen here. A lot of money at stake, even more so bragging rights. Every one of these riders wants to lead.
Yeah, he was on it. Judges are really, he's really putting him to the test. Putting him to work this afternoon.
And he knows how to win a contest. He won the 2020 Simple Session.
Oh, I mean, he's one of the best street riders. Holding it down right there, score coming in, 88.
And that was only Felix's first run. But we'll have to see for the rider that qualified in first
All right, we're ready to go.
in the BMX Street qualifications yesterday. It is your Nora Cup 2023 winner, Jordan Godwin from the UK.
Let's go, Jordan. Again, watch his feet closely. Wow, Jordan.
Super snappy on that 540.
All right, watch his feet. He just crank armed with the one, crank arm with the other foot, switching his feet up, 180 out. Yes, Jordan. Again, switching the feet. 180 crook. Wow, nollie over Smith. Yes, Jordan.
Pushing that till with the opposite foot again.
Hanger to Smith. Yes, Jordan. Tooth hanger over, barring into the trailer. Half cabin at the buzzer. Wow. What a heavy run right there.
Your number one qualifier showing you how he got himself into that position.
Now, when we're gonna roll the replays, look at the foot position of Jordan Godwin. So usually, Jordan rides with his left foot forward. So here we got that snappy 540. He's got one of the best 540s in the game. Tail whip pushing with that front foot.
And I love this right here, the hanger to Smith.
You can see him waxing the ledge in qualifications and in warm-up.
And so that 180 crook, he had his right foot forward, so he switched it up, and then nollie over Smith.
Lots of incredible technical tricks. One of the reasons that everybody loves.
You can see the streaks of wax on that latch.
Yeah, Jordan.
Will that be enough? Courage Adams currently sits with a score of 92.00. Will that be enough to dethrone him. These riders are going to get one more run.
Such an unreal run for Jordan right there. And I know he's got more in the tank.
However,
because some riders, they'll try to have a safe run in their first run, see what the competition is like, and then put all the poker chips on the table in that second run. Go all in. Push the turbo button.
I can't overemphasize enough how difficult it is to ride with your feet in your non-dominant way. It's like you've never ridden a bike before. When I try and mess around with it, it's like, have I ridden this thing? I've been riding it my whole life. And so it's crazy what he's able to do with it and how he just dialed in that skill and the technicality of that.
You know, I tried it once. You know what happened? I crashed.
And like you were saying, for anyone at home that doesn't ride, try riding with your opposite hand, and that does give you at least an idea of how unnatural it can feel. And score coming in, 87.83, putting him into third. He'll take that. Great way to get it started. Now he knows what he needs to do to adjust and what to add in for his second run.
So as it stands right now, Curry Adams is first, Felix Blankenberg is second, Jordan Godwin is third.
And it's still really impressive. These are the 8 best riders of the 56 that we had in qualification. So we're back to Alex Kennedy.
Sorry, my bad, Alex. We are good to go.
He got that second spot last year. Currently hanging in 5th. We also have the best tricks coming up. It's Alex Kennedy doing it for Colt.
All right, Alex in the mix. Big 360 over the wedge to wedge. Yo, tire grab to toboggan. Love that combo. Gap hanger. What? Yo, T-bog into that steep quarter.
That's insane, turning your bars as you're diving back into that quarter.
Wow, fast plant downside ice. I'm loving that combo. Nollie tooth hanger. Yes, AK. Feeble drop feeble. Yo! At the buzzer. 180 crook. Up rail. Wow.
So we got that 360. Nice pop, nice tuck as well. And here we have it. So he hops over the rail with his back end.
Oh, I love that so much.
That's a uniqueness of these street riders.
Yeah. 180 crook. Up the rail. Pulling it clean right at the buzzer. Getting some stoke from Courage. And that's what's so rad. These guys are just out here having fun, enjoying getting to shred with one another.
We have Reed start doing some kendama tricks while he's waiting to ride his second run.
And they're just encouraging one another. They want each other to get the runs, and there are a bunch of friends out there enjoying the blessing of being out here in Montpellier on this epic FISE course. Beautiful weather.
Sometimes these contests feel like a jam. I mean, it is a competition. There is a prize on the line. There is money on the line. But there's no like harsh competition between these fellas. Most of them are teammates. They've been on trips together. They've been filming together. They've been partying together.
There we go, score coming in, 88.76. Bumping him up from 5th into 2nd place. Yeah, AK.
But that result is not final because we still have all these other riders and the best trick session.
This is Courage Adams.
So we turn our attention over to Courage. Bar ice, gapping all the way across. Check this out, no way! Ooh. Wow, keeping it going. Yes, Courage. popping up onto that barrier, tire, bars. And then look at this, bars manual, coming in the bank, 360. Look at the pop, look at the sneeze. Yes, Courage, 540 into that bank. That is basically a bunny hop 540. Yes, Courage.
Now he's a street rider running a cassette. You don't see that too often anymore.
Peg switch whip. Yes, Courage.
Whoa!
Yes!
180, backlashing into a 540.
Yeah, 720 backlash, making it happen. Courage. Wow.
So a backlash is when you land backwards, you keep on spinning, and you can do a backlash as a 180, but if you keep on turning, you can do it into a 360 or even a 540 rotation.
And you'll notice that Courage he was having to backpedal. And so that's when you have a cassette, you have to backpedal. Free coaster, you're pivoting. But with the cassette, you got to do the backpedal. But check out these replays. That nosy just barely dabbing that back tire. But look at him just being quick on his toes into the 360, keeping the run going. Right here, bar to manual, and then just popping this 360 out of the manual. So good.
I think we might be seeing this nose manual on the top deck. We might be seeing that in the best trick competition. That could up his points even more. So right now, Courage Adams still, look at that. Still in that first spot with the 92. And he's gonna keep that score from the first run.
Big smile, enjoying the blessing of being out here. I love it. Yeah, look at this crowd. It's so awesome how they just line. Look at all the bikes. The fellow BMX support out there. But now we're gonna turn our attention to Eduardo.
Representing Nicaragua, this is Eduardo Rodriguez.
Let's go, Eduardo. Oh! Keep it going, switch whip.
Vamos, Eduardo, vamos.
Hot hands, 3 double bar spin.
He lost his hat on his way out, but he keeps it going. Oh. Bar spin, Smith pulling into a nose manual and a bar spin out.
You got time for one more. Let's go.
One more.
Yeah,
180 double bar, cabin in.
So hopping, turning 180 degrees and throwing the bars twice. That's what we call the 180 double bar spin.
Couple little bobbles, but what a solid run still. And I mean, his first run was insane, but I love how he does a switch hanger, and then he does the bars, Smith, nosy on his regular side. Oh, and the back peg just barely missing the rail.
Could have turned it into an unlucky grind, maybe.
Yeah, bars, Smith, nosy, bars. Wow, I didn't see that.
Catching the crossbar.
Yeah. He was locked in. He's like, I'm gonna do whatever I can to keep it going. Snagging the crossbar to keep the dream alive. Wow, Eduardo.
Sticking with that first run score, the 80.33. And as you can see, this is the run section, because after everyone's second run, we still have the best trick section coming up.
Yeah, and excited to see what he has. You see he's got such hot hands. He can throw those bars so quickly, as well as got whips in both directions. Definitely excited to see what he brings for that best trick portion.
I think he might do something with the opposite whips. Pushing with that front foot. So he's on the back of the deck. He's gonna make quite an entrance with that disaster drop in. Lead start from the US with the quick toothpick to ice pick on the rainbow rail. Look at the speed that he has flowing over the course, almost sliding out to the Samsung wall. Quick little disaster. Keeps on pedaling, Jersey barrier, manual.
Wow, manual gapping into the bank. That was insane, over ice. Gap, oh, gap to tooth hanger. Yes, Reed. Wayne, disaster.
Feeble grind. Does he have one more? Ooh, 180. Toothpick. Hitting his front pack as he's turned 180 degrees, landing backwards.
Reed is stoked on that run, and it was definitely a treat to watch as he brings his own style and his own steez to the course.
We've been seeing a lot of fun fakie combinations. Whenever we're talking about a fakie, it is the rider that is traveling backwards on his bike, sometimes backpedaling when you have a cassette, or not backpedaling with a free coaster.
Such awesome use of that rainbow rail right there, gap over ice. Then come in the other direction, gap to hanger over that rail, and then feeble popping into the bank so he could get the setup for the gap over tooth.
He even hit that with his opposite end of the peg.
Gap over tooth 180, cabin out, perfect. Lacing that last trick of the run. Full pull and the score coming in, bumping him up into second, 90.33. Wow.
Crazy.
That was crazy.
Ready, Catfish?
All right.
That was a clutch run for him.
For the American, having the time of his life.
Matt Ray had a bit of a slip on that 540 in his first run.
This is Matt Ray.
Get it, Matt. Again, doing it for his daughter, Lana. Let's go, Matt.
Put on the turbo. 270 foot jam. Drop in. Sail whip. Aiming for that 540 bar spin.
There we go, Matt. Coming with that power. Nose bar on the barrier. Foot jam. Montpellier quarter. Wow, pegs. 180. Oh, to the cab manual.
This man's videos, you know what he's capable of.
Wow.
Opposite tail whip. Foot
Yes,
jam.
Matt.
A double peg into a manual, into a nose manual. He has that balance going on. And ending it with a 360 double bar spin.
Wow. 360 Smith. He's still going. Yeah, Matt.
Powerful run by Matt Ray.
That nollie into the pegs to manual to nose on the box in the middle. That was a sweet link to put together. Let's check out some of these replays. 270 foot plant or foot jam to start it off. Massive 540 bar, cleaning that up, coming through. Pegs, 180 bar, cabin to the manual, up the Euro. And then locking in the nosy. Switch whip, wow. Catching it so clean, yes, Matt.
A double bar spin in that 360, landing backwards into that fakie.
Score coming in, 75. So that's gonna be a huge improvement on his first run and give him a better platform as he goes into the 3 attempts at a best trick.
Our next rider, living in Spain, but coming from Colombia, it's John Steven Quintero Hernandez. He's getting all that Colombian support here in Montpellier. A lot of Colombians here at FISE Montpellier this year. They're all cheering for him. He had the switch downside whips in his first run. Can he do them in this second run and up his score?
FISE tail whip, wedge to wedge.
Look back.
In that look back. Yes, John.
Bring the park tricks to the street course. That was a double pegs, pushing his bike into the 180 tail whip. He keeps it going. Come on, John. Decade!
Straight up decade out of the trailer.
Showing his love to the crowd.
Fully clicked look back. Way over 180 degrees. Peg switch.
Oh, that's such a tough trick.
Right there. Straight up decade.
He swings himself around his forks at 360 degrees back onto his bike.
A tail whip, the bike goes around the rider. A decade, the rider goes around the bike.
Wow.
So, 8th place.
Yeah, John. All right, we go back to Felix, currently sitting in 4th. See what he's gonna bring to us in this second run. Again, he's got his jam coming up, but right now he's gonna be jamming on the course. 540 over that 8 frame rail.
Toothpick 180, bar spin. Felix Pangenberg, the German powerhouse. 180 nollie half cap. Fast plant 360.
I can't hear you, Montpellier.
180.
What?
Full cap tail whip.
Yes, Felix. 540 on the Samsung quarter. Little table over the rail. Nollie bar. Wow.
And a 540 to end his run with.
Yes, Felix. Heavy, heavy run right there.
I want to get to replay on that full cap 360. That's so much spinning going down. And the pyramid section that he did it on, it's not that steep. That's all your muscle power that you need to get into the air, get that spin going, pushing your bike away, all while going backwards. Look at that.
Wow. Lynn is so dialed, and then I love popping that 540. I love the steez that he has on it.
That quick nollie bar spin into the feeble, hard 360 out. Because whenever you're pulling away from a ledge or a rail, that's the harder way to actually pull a spin from a grind. Currently sitting in the 4th spot in this run section of the competition.
Yeah, so awesome to have him out here. This one is first time. He's always had other obligations, and he was so stoked to get to be a part of everything, take in the experience, and what a beautiful one. Is the weather has been some of the best I've ever experienced coming to the piece. And so he is really getting treated to a rad experience.
I mean, he's busy filming, he's busy on trips, and he's also busy working on his own events. 91.66.
Wow, less than a full point separates these guys.
And we still have the best trick section coming up.
This is gonna be exciting as we continue in all this madness. It's already unreal. This has been epic to start, and now we go to Jordan, currently sitting in 5th.
Last rider of the day. Your #1 qualifier.
So last rider for the run section.
And we the people. This is Jordan Godwin.
Doing it for the UK. Yes, hop over Toothpick. 540, nice and snappy.
Let's go, Jordan.
Nollie crank, watch him switch his feet right here. Crank 180. Wow, with his feet switched up right there.
Switching the feet again. 180, backwards crude grind.
nollie over Smith. Wow, Jordan.
And then nice switch downside tail whip. He had that combination dialed in his previous run.
Oh, right at the end of the run.
Getting some love from Felix Prangenberg and Catfish, the BMX MC.
That combo, he had it dialed in practice. I don't even know how many times I watched him do it, and it's such a rad combo.
So that's
Just having to jump off, but here we go. Let's look at these replays.
the 540, and then doing the nollie into a crank arm grind.
And switches his feet. Crank arm 180.
And that's in a split second. So here we have with the switched feet into that 180 and a backwards crooked grind.
I mean that. You're absolutely incredible. Stoked to have you out here.
And here we go. Hanger to Smith, looking for that 180 out of it.
Lost his feet as he was spinning.
That would have definitely boosted his score, so Jordan's going to stick with fifth place.
That's not bad.
That means current
Absolutely not.
is your winner.
So currently in the 5th spot, your Nora Cup 2023, Jordan Godwin. So, we're gonna get prepared for the best trick section now. So these riders will be getting 3 attempts at a best trick, and their best attempt, that will count towards the total in this best BMX Street Pro competition. And welcome back to the FISE World Montpellier BMX Street Pro Finals. I'm Egon Zimmermans, and I'm still here with my friend Dustin Oram.
Ew! So rad. What an epic highlight reel of what went down in the run portion of this competition. Some absolutely unreal riding as these riders are trying to claim that top spot on the podium.
Now, what we're seeing now is the current standings after the run section of this BMX Street Pro Final. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the best trick section. So we're gonna get you up to speed again. In the best trick section, riders will have 3 attempts at a best trick. And one of those best tricks, or those attempts, is gonna count towards your total score. So now they already had a score on a total of 100 for that run, and they're gonna get 1 extra best trick, also on a score of 100, and that's gonna count towards that total. And then we're gonna find out who is gonna be the winner of this FISE World Montpellier in the BMX Street category. Now, looking back at the previous years, in 2022, on top of the podium, we had Courage Adams. In 2023, on top of the podium was Courage Adams. So, will Courage Adams go home with another gold medal here at FISE World Montpellier?
Excited to find out. Fun watching them warming up right there, and really stoked on this format and the opportunity it gives these riders to showcase their shredding. And right now we're going to start off with AK. See what he's got in store for us. Whoa, looking for a 360 X up over the trailer.
So that was his first attempt, that 360 X up.
All right, Courage Adams, you get your attempt.
Getting a good feel for it, starting to get the motion going for the X up, it looked like on that, but we'll have to see. Replay of it.
And turning the bars so his arms can form an X as he does it.
Yeah, it looks like he got him about 90 degrees there. I know he wants to give it that extra 90, but here we go. Courage coming in. Oh, he's going for it. Ah! The nosy over the doorway. Wow, Courage. We saw him try it in his second run, just barely dabbing that back tire on it, but he wants to go back into that steep quarter.
Just to give you an idea, the height of that quarter is about, I think, 2.5 meters, 8 feet high, maybe even 10 feet, 3 meters.
You got that, Courage. You got that.
Next trick attempt will be for Eduardo Rodriguez from Nicaragua.
What?
Smith popping into a nose manual on his front wheel and then slinging his bars twice.
Wow. Like I said, he's got some hot hands, and he is just able to pass those things. Yes, Eduardo. And it's got to feel so good to stomp one, and he can now mix it up if he wants to, as he laced that perfect right there.
Landed it, he got it.
And you can see the relief. Check it out, Smith, nose, bar, bar. Wow.
Actually, when it came around the first time, he actually spun it again, give it an extra speed, and then caught it perfectly.
First score in the trick section coming in, 81.33 for him.
All right, first attempt at those treats from Reed Shaw.
All right, we saw Reed flying all over the course, but we also saw him come through with some other tricks. I don't know where he's going with this. What?
High speed, hop over.
Nosy on the rail.
I mean, a nose manual is an impressive trick already, but doing that in a high speed gap on a narrow rail, on a round rail.
Let's watch this replay. Flying across the course, gapping, and he got a heavy portion of the rail, like 3/4 of the rail locking in on it.
And he intended to do this. He was not aiming his specs. He was aiming that front wheel onto the rail.
That got really scary.
That was really scary.
And getting rewarded for it.
Oh, you can hear him. He actually de-waxed the rail so he could get more grip in that nose manual.
All right, Matt, again, such a powerful rider. We saw him do this at the end of his run. What? Truck driver to Smith. Yes, Matt.
I have the feeling he wants something extra after that Smith.
Awesome to get that out of the way. Get a truck driver is when Matt is spinning at 360 and throws the
360 bar spin, or the truck driver as we call it. and then locking into a Smith grind.
Oh, see that power and authority as he pops that truck driver into the Smith.
And that's his opposite side for grinding. Landing the back wheel first, locking that front peg on. Maybe another bar spin.
He definitely had some pop out of that. So yeah, we'll see if he brings something extra to it, but that was already a rad way to start off the best trick portion for Matt. Score coming in, 78.66 on that first trick.
All these riders are bringing pure fire to the course, and it's already so hot here in Montpellier. Now back to the Colombian, John Hernandez. He tried this in his runs earlier on. That double peg into
180 down whip.
Awesome all weekend.
He's been getting so close on it. We saw him attempt it in both of his runs. See his first attempt at it in best trick.
I got my fingers crossed for John. Fingers crossed for John and all la gente de Colombia.
Awesome crowd out here cheering everybody on. Great look at the Hurricane Park street course.
And there's not only street going on this park. We've been having a cash for trick session yesterday evening here at the Riverless. There's a lot of these guys riding street in Montpellier because we all know Barcelona as being like the street mecca, but actually Montpellier has a lot of street spots as well. Next best trick for the German Felix Prangenberg. Now keep in mind, he is right foot forward, spins to the left. Yeah, that spin going.
Cap 7 right there for Felix.
That's 2 full revolutions while going backwards. There's not a lot of riders doing that. And he pops 1, 2 rotations.
So insane.
And looks at how he uses his front wheel to pivot that last part of his spin.
Awesome trick, and just the bike control to be able to pull it off. Wow, to get yourself in that position, stay tight.
Tough job for the judges. For Marcus, Fred, and Nicola.
And it's crazy because he has so much style as he does the trick as well. All right, so for that first trick, score coming in for Felix got an 81. So again, solid to get a trick under the belt, and then gives you a little bit of room to play around with the next 2 tricks.
All right, there we go.
Now we turn our attention to Jordan.
Best trick from Jordan Godwin.
Switching the feet up right there. What? Tooth crank 180 with his feet switched up. That is so difficult.
Because Jordan is left foot forward, spinning to the right. Would be his regular riding stance and way of spinning.
I gotta watch that. I gotta watch a bunch
but just look, feet the opposite way.
Dude, drop to the crank and then spinning 360 out of it. Sorry, I said 180, spinning 360 out of it. I was just so, wow, this is crazy.
We were just mesmerized with what is happening.
Wow, Jordan.
We've been seeing some groundbreaking tricks all week, and then they do it in a contest run.
And getting rewarded for it, 88.83. Wow.
So back to Alex Kennedy. He went for a 360 X up.
Alex Kennedy, the course is yours.
Does he have another trick in mind? He's picking up speed. He wants to turn the bars, maybe an X up ride.
So that'll be a throwaway for him.
So you heard it from Catfish. It's gonna be a throwaway run. He still has one more left in the pocket.
Yeah, it really did look like he was eyeing up the X-up ride up on top of that.
I mean, that's insane. Jumping on top of that wall, turning the bars, riding your bike with your bars turned halfway.
See what he's got up his sleeve for that third trick. But now we turn our attention to Courage.
Couldn't
So I'm
nail.
looking for the nose, see if he mixes it up or if he's gonna go with that again.
That's his second bail in the Bastric section.
Peg's looking for the truck driver out of the trailer.
As we said, after the general run section, things can turn really quick in that Bastric section. The leaderboard has already flipped completely.
Yeah, Peg's looking for this truck driver. Look at the pop out of that. Oh, so close to getting that rotation around.
A double peg, hard truck driver.
We're ready to go.
So the scores you're seeing now.
From Eduardo Rodriguez. Team Black Box in the building.
And he had that first trick. Looks like he's gonna mix it up on this one. Wow.
Double peg ride up and down. The 180 double bar spin. That'll make the highlight for sure.
Having to gap out of that trailer. Peg's 180 double bar spin. Eduardo throwing down again, showcasing how quick he can throw those handlebars.
Here comes the replay. Double pegs up, 180, throw the bars 2 times. Perfect landing, perfect ride out.
Waiting for Eduardo's points to come in. Holding him in the 4th spot after the run and Bastric section. So what you're seeing now is a current leaderboard where we have the both scores of run and Bastric divided by 2 on the scale of 100. Reed Stark still in that first position with the 88.33.
What? Gap, 180 double peg down the rail.
Always is able to find
Woo.
to ride.
Oh man.
I've seen Reed have fun riding a rock. He can have fun riding anything. He has an eye response. Saw that 180 safety pegs.
So we currently have a tie
We're ready to go.
in the upper region between Reed Stark and Jordan Godwin. But can Matt Ray step it up?
Come on, Matt. Coming in, second trick.
Again,
Truck to Smith.
truck driver to Smith.
I think he wants something more. I think he wants that bar spin out of that 360 bar spin into the Smith and then another bar spin to top it off. We get that fisheye lens action.
Just warming up. Courage is just warming the rail up.
And there you have it. Not improving on a score, still keeping the score from his first attempt at that truck driver Smith grind.
All right, Johnny Hernandez.
All right, let's go, John. We want to see him get this 180 down whip. Over the doorway, getting the speed for it. Coming at the trailer. Pegs, 180 down whip, let's go!
And he nails it!
Yeah.
Putting his double pegs onto the trailer. Hopping out, pushing his bike into that switch downside sail whip, landing it fakie.
Persevering and getting it done. Watch his pegs. Switch down 80, downside whip, 180. Yes!
And he needed this.
Landing it so clean, avoiding that. That was awesome. Wow. That's got to bring a heavy score for him right there, as that was clutch to be able to lock that one in.
And no matter how he finishes this finals, he can walk away with pride that he landed this amazing trick combination.
Score coming in 84.66. So yeah, the two scores that are highlighted in yellow are the ones that are combined and then divided by 2, and that's how you get their final score.
That is correct. So he just blew us away with that fakie into a 720 cab. Mini bar spin. What?
Cab nose 180.
That's quite a combination. Now you see, for a best trick, as long as your combination is running, it will count. So he needs a 85.01 to jump to the first position. So here we have that 180 bar spin.
Cabin into the nose. 180 right there, wow.
So Felix needs an 85.1 or better if he wants to jump into first place. Reed Stark currently in first place. Brandenburg score coming in.
Keeping the third spot. That's Jordan Godwin. On a regular day, he rides left foot forward. Crank arm grind, manual. Roller coaster grind. 360 out. I mean,
Wow.
popping a rotation out of a roller coaster where your pegs on both sides are grinding, that is such a difficult task.
So I have to watch it again.
Yeah, let's watch this replay.
There was so much going on. This was a combination of 3 tricks. So we have him crank arm, manual, nose manual, roller coaster grind, into the hard 360.
Crank arm, manual, nose, pegs, hard free. That's what that was. Holy shit. That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't think the pegs are going on the ledge and
No,
the rail.
no.
They're just on the rail.
I was a bit mistaken. I thought the ledge was closer by. I thought both sides of his pegs were grinding.
Insane and score coming in 91.66 on that link. That was insane, and that bumps him into first place right now.
He's giving Reed Stark a run for his money.
Woo! So technical. All right, AK. Looks like he's coming back to the doorway. Locking in the X-Up ride. Yes! And in, there we go, AK. Getting the best trick under the belt. Coming in clutch right there. Whoa, thought he might jump into the river. He was coming in hot.
He wanted
He
it.
is holding him back.
That was money. That was money. So scary.
But it's actually Matthias Dantois in the back watching the contest. Getting inspired for the flatland finals that we have later on today.
Yeah, AK, so stoked just to see him get a best trick under his belt, locking in on that X-Up ride up there. Such an uncomfortable position to be in, and he handles it like a champ. Check this out. Then we'll get back into that steep corner. Yes, AK. Finding the transition and rolling away smooth.
And jumping to the 4th spot for AK here. We're back to Courage. Courage qualified in first in the run section. Didn't stick his first best trick, didn't stick his second best trick. So this is the last attempt for Courage.
He's got us on the edge of our seats. Come on, Courage. Coming at the trailer. Pegs. Truck driver.
He got so close, couldn't stick the landing.
Foot coming off of the pedal. Whew.
I fear we're not gonna see Courage Adams
All right,
take
let's check
away
this
the other
out.
gold.
Pegs. Hard truck driver. Oh! Foot coming off of the pedal on the landing. The impact so heavy.
I hope he didn't get a shinner. Shinner where you hit your pedal on your shin and it can hurt.
Still rolling out of it. Heartbroken for Courage on that one. Here we go, Eduardo. Seen him lace 2 awesome tricks already. Got those hot hands, but let's see what he's got for us in this third. Whoa! Crooked on the trailer, looking to gap into it. Wow. Currently sitting in 5th.
Yes. Another try. No, maybe not. Not today.
But he did great representing Nicaragua. But now, the last attempt for Reed Stark. He needs an 89.17 on his best trick to jump over Jordan Godwin, who still holds that first spot in this FISE World Montpellier BMX Street section. Let's go. 180. Oh! Tried to go for a 180 into a backwards crooks or a Derek Duster.
I think the peg just missed, looking for 180 pegs down the rail.
No, he's just gonna do it for the crowd, do it for the crowd of Montpellier, do it for all the viewers back home.
Come on, Reed. Yo! For the crowd, getting it done. He is stoked.
That's a Burley Gap doing a high-speed 180 into a backwards double pegs grind.
Wow.
Almost.
All right, TV's ready. Last facing to the course for the shadows.
All right, coming back to Matt, currently sitting in 6th place. Got the truck driver to Smith. Coming back to it. Truck, Smith. What? Wow.
Into a 180. That was the extra he was looking for.
Wow.
And that is how Matt Ray is gonna up his score and maybe move along the ranks.
Wow.
And that's his first time at Montpellier as well. So let's see, that's the 360 bar spin into the Smith, and then turn it the other way around into a 180.
Wow. Yeah, Matt.
And that's tricky as well, because he lands in a switch Smith, and then he pops over the ledge into a switch 180.
Yeah, the hard direction out of that. Wow, Matt. Again, so much power. You just see it as he pops out of that, pops into the Smith, and then pops out of it. Matt.
And he jumps to the 5th spot.
Massive score in the trick section with the 88 right there. And as those get combined, yeah, into the 5th place position overall.
That's actually the 2nd best score in the best trick section right now. But will it be enough? Can John Steven Quintero Hernandez do better? The Colombian. That's a huge drop that he does. And he thought, I'm gonna do a switch whip into this ramp.
What a gnarly move. Let's watch this replay.
A downside tail into the quarter, pushing with that front foot. And he was holding on for dear life on that one. I think even... So he's gonna relieve some pressure off his front tire.
Yeah, pop the tire off of the bead right there. On the impact of that. Wow.
But now, Felix Sprangenberg, he's gonna need an 87.84 if he wants to jump over Reed and maybe even jump over Jordan Godwin.
180 bar.
What? What? This did not happen. This did not happen. This did not just happen. That was a 180 bar spin on that small pyramid, riding into a fakie, and then doing a 540 cap on top of the higher section.
There's a half cap, but that's a half cap.
Squeaking that 5 cab up it.
With 540 cabs on a free coaster are insane already, but doing that on an elevated level.
Number 1.
So we're waiting for that score to come in.
Score coming in, 82. Gonna keep him in that third place position.
The last rider of the day, this is Jordan Godwin.
So currently still leading. He's the last rider. So virtually he's already the winner of this FISE World Montpellier Street Competition. But he's gonna do one more for the crowd.
Victory lap. Yeah, Jordan. Ah!
Jordan chasing that two-tanger. Smith, the hard one. Have it.
Yeah, you hear him calling again. They want him to pull this off. Such a cool combo.
He already has the victory.
Tooth hanger on the rail, drop Smith.
Hard 180.
There it is. Yeah, Jordan, way to get it done. Giving the crowd what they want.
Why not just do that in the run? Hey. Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, check out this replay. Tooth hanger on the rail, drop to Smith on the ledge, and then hard 180 out of it.
That's a core memory for all of us here. We know that Jordan got the Kid Smith hard.
Thank you, man.
So there you go. Scores are in. We'll have your award ceremony.
So we're still
in just a
waiting
moment. How about one more round of applause for all
for the
these
final
riders
results to come in. So that's Jordan Godwin, your FISE World Montpellier BMX Street Pro Final. We just did the calculations. He got the 5th spot in the general run, but with his insane best trick attempts, he got the top spot here in Montpellier.
That was insane. What a treat from those riders to just see them rip up the course in their timed run and then break out those best tricks to cap it all off, giving us this insane podium. Again, both Jordan and Felix, first time out to FISE.
That's quite an entrance that we're making here. I'm already looking forward to having him back next year.
Amazing. And I know they got some other fun stuff coming up. They got the bunny hop contest. They're gonna have some other fun happening. The women's pro street went down right before the men's, and they were ripping it up. And Aaliyah coming in first, Bethany in second, and a young woman from
Aubrey.
Young woman coming in, Aubrey, holding it down. She had pegs, hard 180. It was awesome to see the ladies.
Now let's look what's gonna go down in Shanghai in October at the next FISE stop of the World Series.
5 long years have passed since FISE World Series last graced the international stage. In 2024, we're in Shanghai.
And welcome back to FISE World Montpellier. We just finished the BMX Street Pro Finals, where we witnessed some of the best street riders the world has to offer. We're getting ready for the prize ceremony and honor these riders. Get involved on all the FISE social media. We want to hear your opinion on what just happened. Give some love to all the riders. So we're going live to the course. Let's see what Catfish has to say.
You're missing out on the fun. I'm sure you can tell my voice is going from screaming all weekend long. I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's meet our podium finishers here in Men's Street. In third place, from Germany, Felix Brandenburg.
Your first time FISE Street competitor. Second spot in the
second
run.
place, from the USA, Reed Stark.
He's been DJing, he's been riding, he's been doing kendama stuff.
Yes, buddy.
And now,
And your champion
place.
here at the FISE Street Course 2024. First time to the FISE, leaving on top of the podium. Doing it for Monster Energy, Jordan Godwin.
and your FISE 2024 winner from the UK, Jordan Godwin.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. What the hell?
I love how stoked they are for each other. It's so good.
And it's amazing. He finished 5th in the general
These
runs.
are your champions, Montpellier.
And then jumped to that first spot with his bass trick combination. And it had everything. Grinds, manuals, spins.
Wales! Wales! Fuck, man.
Having a blast out here.
Oh shit. I just keep raising the fucking crazy.
Get up here. Get up there. I don't know, come on, man. Just 1 foot.
And the sun is still shining here in Montpellier. Unfortunately, it's the last day. But it's been a beautiful week so far.
Sick! Oh, what the hell?
Jordan Godwin, first time to the FISE. This is a big deal. What expectations did you have coming into this contest?
I didn't actually have many. I didn't expect to even qualify, to be honest, once I saw the lineup. But yeah, it's been a well good time. I'm definitely coming back.
What do you want to say to anybody, any of your fans out there that support you, that follow you?
Ride your bike and just have a laugh with your mates.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 street champion, the UK's Jordan Godwin. Keep it going, Jordan.
Living what he's sharing as he was riding his bike and having a good laugh with his mates. Handling business out there.
And we're having a final look at that winning run and bass trick of Jordan Godwin, 180 crooks.
180 crooks, 180. That was swift.
Nollie over Smith. Switch whip.
Yes, Jordan. Lieutenant says okay. Yes, Jordan.
Look at that, toothpicks,
One more.
bar spins. This run had everything.
For the UK's Jordan Godwin.
Some epic riding from all of these guys out here. And Jordan just putting it all on display right there. This has been such a treat to get to be a part of and get to witness all of the riding from all these riders.
And then we had his best trick attempt. This is what got him that final spot on the podium. The crank arm grind, manual, double pack, hard 360 out. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you have a gold medal in the BMX Street competition. This was the BMX Street final. Dustin, hope you had a fun time.
Oh, absolute blessing, so good.
And stick around because we have one more BMX event coming up today at FISE World Montpellier. It's the Flatland Finals. See you then.
You.